Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a quick video continuing with the Bushclass series. Today I'm going to do a little video on 4 basic knots. It's one of the requirements for the basic certification. You have to be able to tie a figure 8 on a bite. You have to be able to tie a SheetBend, and yes, I said sheet, not sheep. Have to be able to tie double half hitch, and then have to be able to tie a tautline hitch. So we're going to get into this real quick and then go from there. A figure 8 is used a lot with rappelling. It's a very solid knot, kind of like the bowline. Only difference is it's a little easier to tie to some people. What you do is you take your rope, make you a bite by folding it over. Once you do that, the top half of the bite comes around over top of itself. Just like that. Let's turn it a little. Comes over just like that. Then this comes around underneath and then back up through this hole in the top half. And if you look at it, you can see why it's called a figure 8. So there's the figure 8 knot. Using these, I will tell you that once you put a lot of tension on them, you will not untie them. They're just like a bowline when it comes to that. So you put one of these in there, it's in there. The only way to get rid of it is to cut it off. Now, the next one is going to be a SheetBend. Take your bite. A SheetBend is used, back up a little bit, is used to join 2 pieces of rope together of different diameters. Usually a bigger one and a smaller one. So on it, what you do is you take a bite on your bigger rope. You take your smaller line and feed it through the center of the bite. Then you come around behind that bite. And then when you bring that around, instead of coming back through here, you come under the smaller line. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Get it up where you can see it. See how I've done that? This piece here comes under this piece that comes up through the hole. And then once you do that, you work it down tight by pulling it. And then they bite on each other and they won't slip. So that's a SheetBend. Oh. God, I haven't tied knots since like this and just grabbed them since I was in Boy Scouts. And we are not going to discuss how long ago that's been. Oh, now, next we'll do the double half hitch. Double half hitch, you come over the top, just like this. We always refer to these as a good old-fashioned slip knot. Come up through your loop, come over the top of that line, back underneath the main line, and then back through the hoop. And what you get is a knot that looks like that right there. And then you just flip them down, work them tight, and then there you go. It'll tighten up, and you can loosen it up. But with it, when you start putting tension on it, a lot of times it'll slide. So, and then want to tighten up on you. That's a double half hitch. Tautline hitch. Tautline hitch, you'll use it a lot when you're putting up a tent, putting up guidelines for a tarp, something to that extent. It's adjustable knot used to tension or untension rope. On it, come over the top just like you did with the half hitch. Come up through the center once, twice. So you've got 2 loops there. See your 2 loops? Bring that over the top, up above, and then back through. And then work it down. getting snug. Now with it, the difference between it and the double half hitch is this: when you put it someplace and pull on it, it won't get any tighter. You have to physically slide it. But that's a tautline hitch. I've done a couple more of the courses or requirements since my last video that I haven't done videos on. One of them, I had to do a custom fire steel. That was one of the electives. That I used my fire steel that I made the wooden handle for. I believe I showed it in one of my other videos. I had to make a fire steel lanyard. What I did with that is I made it out of a piece of tarred bank line, and then I also had to whip, if I can get my camera to focus here, maybe if I get my head out of it, there we go. I had to whip cordage or a tool or something. So what I did is I whipped me a loop on both ends of my fire steel lanyard. So in order, what I did in making this, I accomplished two different tasks on the electives that were required. But I've got to get outside and do a few things here, hopefully in the next day or so. I would try to get outside and work on some of them today, but it's pretty windy here today. So the last thing I need to do is try to be flying a tarp out there to show that I can set up a tarp. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little cooler, but I think it's supposed to be calm, so I'll probably get out there and set the camera up and do a video outside on flying a tarp. Then we'll knock the rest of these out. One of my requirements is I've got to make a pot hook. I'm going to throw a little twist end on that one, and I'm going to make a pot hook out of 2 straight sticks instead of using the traditional forked branch that everybody else uses. I'm going to show how to do it with 2 pieces of straight stick. So that'll be interesting. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll get another video up for you soon. Y'all have a good day.